Greetings to you all. Here we are on Thursday already, aren't we? How quickly that all comes about. It's Monday one day and the next day you wake up it's Thursday. Man. Anyway, sorry I'm way late today, so some of you may have left and decided I'm not going to do it today, but I am here. And so, today I had a meeting that was supposed to last an hour from 9:30 to 10:30, but we didn't get done well after 10:30. And then I wasn't really set up for this, and Gwen says, why don't you just take the dog out for a walk and think about it for a while? And I do, and I bring myself to that place where God is in my heart, God is walking beside me. I know it's not my dog, it is God. It was all triggered by something. So if you see the title Triggered today, it has nothing to do with ammunition or weapons or anything like that. It has to do with, what do you do? What reminds you to go to that spot where God is within you, or where God is walking beside you? What is that reminder that God is truly here in our lives today? What is that for me? Well, I went for a walk today, like I said, and I was triggered into that because I reached my hand into my pocket, and there it was. Now, if you can see that or not, it's just a rock. A very, very smooth rock, polished by the greatest lake ever, Lake Superior. It is so smooth, and it reminds me that when God is in my life, when I realize that God is there with me, life doesn't get better, but it sure does feel smoother. And that's all the trigger I need to take myself to a better place. Not a perfect place. I don't know if there is a perfect place, although I do feel like I'm there once in a while. But those are fleeting seconds, right? And I don't mean to be a negative person, but it's just, we can get ourselves to a better place, always. A smoother place. A place where God is. For me, that is a very smooth rock in my pocket. So when I reach in there, oh, let's think about that for a while. What could that be for you? A trigger can be every time you brush your teeth during the day. Oh, I am reminded of that. It could be, what do you do during the day that will trigger you to do these things? Maybe I've done this quite a bit too. I don't have it set now, but it used to be that every hour I'd set a small alarm on my phone that would ding, and I would just, oh yeah, be reminded to go back there for just 6 breaths. That's all it takes. It's not taking time out of your day at all. But think about that today. What I'm going to do today is very simple. Something I did way at the beginning, and it's the breath prayer, or the breath meditation. Let's see if we can get to a place where God is truly there in our lives and setting us up for a place where life is smoother, life is better, God is here. And I do not have my candle lit. What is the deal? A little bit rushed today, huh? Hold on. I'm going to light my candle, and I don't think I've even told you guys recently to remember to turn your candle off. So I hope you're always doing that. Hopefully your house did not burn down or anything like that. But get your feet flat on the ground as much as you can. Head over heart. Heart over the sit bones. Wiggle around if you need to. And just take a couple breaths. Breathe in deeply. Breathe all the breath out. Belly button to spine. Breathe in fully. Breathe out. Belly button to spine. Two more times. In the spectrum of emotions, where are you today? Where does that emotion reside in your body? Take time to do a quick, very quick scan through your body. God has you wrapped in His arms. You are protected by that wing that shields you from all danger. You are safe, and you are loved. Breathe in the breath of God. Breathe out your cares and concerns. Breathe in the love of God. Breathe out your doubts and despairs. Breathe in the life of God. Breathe out your fears and frustrations. We sit quietly before the one who gives life and love to all of creation. We sit in awe of the one who formed us in our mother's wombs, like as Jeremiah 1 says. And we sit at peace, surrounded by the wings of love, who has put us under His wings, and who fills every fiber of our being and walks beside us in our daily life. Breathe. Breathe in the breath of God. Breathe out your tensions and the turmoil in your life. Breathe in the love of God. Breathe out your haste, your hurry. Breathe in the life of God. And breathe out your work and your worry. We sit quietly before the one who gives life and love to all of creation. And we sit in awe of the one who formed us in our mother's wombs. We sit at peace, surrounded by the one who fills every fiber of our being. God is here in this moment. We have breathed God into our very midst, into our very being. We have breathed in love. We have breathed in the breath of God, His Holy Spirit. We have breathed in the life of God. It is not this moment alone that sustains us the rest of our day. It is this moment where we know that God is here. And we need to be reminded during parts of our day when we just get too overwhelmed in life and our anger raises or our sadness comes to us because of the world's despair, oppression. We need it in times when our child comes crying to us. God is here, and God is in you, and God has given you the love so much that it can pour out to your child, to your neighbor, to your spouse, to whomever you meet. God is there. What is that trigger for you? Decide upon a trigger right now that helps you say, oh, I need to come back to this moment, the feel of this moment, the knowledge that God is truly with me wherever you are in this day. What is that trigger going to be for you today? Practice that. And for now, go into that room where God is and rest in His love for just a minute or so. Breathe. If you wish to stay in this meditation for a while, feel free. For those of you who want to move out and do other things now, start wiggling your toes, your fingers, your eyes a little bit, maybe your mouth even. Wake up, not wake up, but come back to a state of awareness. being awake. God's peace is with you. And so I say to you today, find God's peace throughout your day. Use that trigger to remind you today and other days. Maybe this trigger didn't work well for you today. Try it out for 3 days though. And if it still doesn't work, then maybe find something different. Try that out for 3 days. Don't just go into something and say, well, that didn't work. Everything takes practice. Everything does. And so feel free to change it after 3 days if it doesn't work, but maybe even stick with it longer. But anyway, the peace of God is with you. May you be triggered into His peace. Have a great day. Bye-bye.